Alright guys, so we're going to drain the whole tank with the machine here. I think we're going to pull the tank out, vinegar it, clean it, flush it, etc, etc. Right, ready? I mean, the actual clean fuel on the top, John, is not bad. That's clean fuel. But at the bottom it's going to be sediment, isn't it?
I'll wiggle it around a bit.
Yeah, it is this. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Alright everyone, so looking in the tank, it's thick with sludge. Like at the top it's bad, but at the bottom it's thick with rust and sludge. That's going to wreck the bike. We've got vinegar up on the shelf. We're going to vinegar it up. We'll leave it for 24 hours. Come back, drain it out. I'm going to get a new fuel filter. And we'll start fresh basically, give the carbs a clean. All that crap needs to come out now. So we'll carry on with this tomorrow for now, but we will fill it up with vinegar. So there you go guys. That's how John vinegars his chips. He just lets it all go. Look at that.
Point your camera down there.
Do you eat chips, John? You know, from the chip shop?
Yeah.
Right, what's first? Salt or vinegar? What's first?
Vinegar.
Yeah, innit? Yeah. And then the salt sticks to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are stupid, aren't they? They do salt first and then vinegar in the way they say it. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm not calling everyone stupid out there, but if you put the salt on first and then the vinegar, I'm calling you stupid. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Salt or vinegar first, because it's winding me up. Do you put salt on first or do you put vinegar on? I know that I like the vinegar on first and then the salt kind of sticks to it, and then I like that kind of salty taste. In the comments below, salt or vinegar first on your fish and chips.
The next day.
Okay guys, so it's 24 hours later. The tank, we won't really know how much has been done until we drain it. It should look a whole lot better underneath. And of course we'll see in the tank kind of how ready and rusty it is really. So let me drain that out for now. And then what I might need to do is a fresh fuel, put a bit of fuel in there and flush it, kind of swish it around, pump it out again. And then a second fresh fuel or just more fresh fuel. And that's kind of it really, that's the cleaning of it. So I'm going to pump this out and I'll show you kind of what it looks like within the bottle in a moment. So I've decided that I'm not happy with how much rust came out. And what I want to do is get this tank off, and I want to flush it. So I'm removing everything around it in hope that it does slide out one way. It looks like this arm comes off. So if this arm comes off, it might come out this way. Either way, it's going to be quite a tight fit. Hopefully I don't have to remove the rear wheel. That's going to be a right pain. So I've stripped everything out, the battery tray, etc. Taken everything off the tank that needs to be off. I need to take this, the pump off. Move away any wiring that's near it. Take this arm off, and then hopefully I can get this tank off and give it a good rinse out before the next flush. It's thick. It's really thick, but I can't tell if it's loose in there now or if it's thick and stuck, you see. So I need to get it and rinse it out properly with a hose or something. Getting this tank out is a right pain. I thought it would slide out that gap, but it doesn't. What I think I have to do is undo both shocks and jack the back of the bike up, slip the tank out, go do my thing, put it back in. What a pain, but what's got to be done has to be done. We need that tank to be clean. This is a mini restoration here. We want every wire we see and approach to be sprayed with contact cleaner, and we want the tank to be fully cleaned. We want a brand new fuel filter on there so it has 10 more years in it or 5 more years in it. You know, we want to do this properly. Alright guys, that was exactly what had to be done. So you loosen it all up, you undo the rear shocks, you lift it, somebody else kind of teases it out. That was the only way to do it. I'm going to go and give this a rinse out, see what we're working with. If it needs, you know, another 24 hours, then that's exactly what we'll do. We'll put it back in another 24 hours. If the majority of it cleans out and it kind of looks okay, then we'll carry on. I'll go to the local shop, see if I can get a good filter, and we'll put it back on and carry on today or tomorrow with it. But for now, I need to see if the rust in the tank is okay. Okay, so you probably won't be able to see. Let me see if I can get a torch down there using my other phone. But what I did was I took it up, I rinsed it out, and it looks much better. I'm trying to get some light in there for you. Now, basically all the chunks are gone. That's the main kind of issue. The chunks are gone. You can't see it overly, but we're back down to a metal base. That's good. That's exactly what we want. So much chunks came out. Actually, it was unbelievable. I rinsed it and rinsed it and rinsed it, chunk after chunk after chunk. It's now clear and actually ready to go back in. I had convinced myself to put the vinegar back in for 24 hours, but looking in there now, it's not needed. What is needed though is a new fuel filter, ideally. So I'm going to take that one with me, do a quick run to the local car shop, see if he's got anything similar. I don't even mind if the new one's a little bit bigger. Just need to have a fuel filter on this bike now before rehashing it, you know, putting it back together. And also the fresh fuel going in the tank quick as you can, otherwise the rust comes back fairly quickly. Get fuel in there, get it sloshed around, and you won't have any more rust issues for a long time. John's proved that to me. We did John's a long time ago, 6 months ago maybe, and his tank's still good. And we haven't consistently kept fuel in it. We've had fuel in and fuel out. So this is your best bet. The advice online and the advice over the years that I've heard is not to use sealants in your tanks. I know there's people that will disagree. I know there's people, mechanics guys, people love a good argument. But my advice is not to use the sealants. They can cause more issues than they're worth. Clear your tank out properly like this. Put fuel in it immediately or as quick as you can. Put a nice new fuel filter on, you'll be fine. Change your fuel filters yearly. Okay, so tank's back in. That filter is huge. There's options with filters. You can always relocate it from somewhere, find another space. I'll check and see if the seat fits over it. What we can't do is put pressure on it with the seat. We just, you know, we can't do that. It will probably need relocating. I'm going to have a think about that. But for now, that'll give us an idea of how this is running once I've done the rest of the work. Right, what's next? I'm going to put some fuel in here because the fuel needs to be in there, kind of continuing to clean it. Otherwise, the rust comes back fairly quickly. Then I'm going to prime the system, like I said, up here, so that, again, we can just get out some of the, from here, from the actual pump. We can get out some of the crap that's left, really. Because the filter's up here, that fuel coming through up here will be fresh. Then it goes through there, cleans it out a little bit, comes up here, and then it'll go into a little bottle rather than the carbs at that stage. So I just did exactly what I said. I primed the system to clean it. That came out at the bottom, and the top was fresh. So I did exactly what I said. Look, I primed it and let the fresh fuel clean through the tubes and the pump, and it's all coming out fresh. So the next step for me is to pop off the bottom of the carbs, give them a very quick clean, and then I have no doubt that this will be running beautifully.